Thursday. Um, just like we always do, I'm not alone. I'm here with Chidinma Orama. Good morning.
Good morning, Dianambra, and welcome to our Breakfast TV show right here on ABS TV, Oka. All right, today's show, we are going to start with the trending stories on the tabloids, but we start with the stories we have on our website. And our guest is already seated with us right here in the studio this morning. But you'll meet our guest after this short break. Stay with us. Welcome back to the show this morning, and our guest is Godson Onyeka Obieza. He is a public affairs analyst. Glad to have you on the show this morning, Godson.
Thank you. Good morning, Dianambra.
All right, quickly, let's start with the stories that are trending on our website this morning. That is ABS website. The first story we have here says Agolo Enugu Kunri General Hospital Road inaugurated. Soludo asks church to sustain prayer for government, reassures of partnership. Bishop Amma asks leaders to emulate humility of Jesus Christ. Okay, these are the stories we have on ABS website this morning. Let's start with the very first one, God's own, talking about the inauguration of Agolo Enugu Kunri General Hospital Road by the state government. It was awarded some time ago, and now it's been completed and inaugurated.
And it's a good, it's a very fine development. At least I can see that the governor is interested in interlinking the roads in Anambra. And while I was sitting here, I saw one in Ugunwa Nosike somewhere. The drivers and the keke drivers are jubilating. They were also giving testimony of what they were passing through before. The keke is being swallowed up by water, but today the road is tarred. So I thank God for the governor that is interested in the linking up the towns in the state. It eases business. It helps to interlink with people. And when the roads are open, businesses are open. So it's a very nice thing. We thank God for the governor.
Okay. So what do you make out of this second call by the state governor asking church to sustain prayer for government, and also reassuring the church or churches in Anambra of the partnership with the state government?
Sometimes I don't agree with this. The Bible said that God created man after his image and likeness. And the image of God is creativity and advancement. If God has given us wisdom, given us resources, why are we asking God to pray? Is the prayer going to do what the government is supposed to do? I don't believe in that one.
So you don't believe that prayer works?
Prayer works for when things are being done. It's not when the things are given you to do. You are waiting for God to come and do it. What prayer will do in developing of the state.
But then you have you have agreed that the state government is actually working.
But I don't
and then when they are calling for prayers for church to always put the present administration in prayers, don't you think that it's
I don't
a good
believe
one?
that. I
So
don't
in other
believe
words,
it.
you don't believe that prayer works?
I believe that prayers work, but I
Okay.
don't believe that we are government supposed to do what they are supposed to do. You are asking church to pray for them. What is the church going to pray for? The church is going to pray now that it's doing the roads. Why wouldn't the church come and pray for the road to this? What is supposed to be done should be done. This idea of political prayers, I don't believe in it. The church has what they are supposed to do. The church is supposed to fashion the people's moral and not to pray for government to do what they are supposed to do.
The same church and the same Bible will always tell you to put the leaders in your prayer. Pray for those in leadership positions. So it's the same thing. Praying for them doesn't mean that we are now telling them or encouraging them not to work. They are working, and you also pray for them.
Nigerian praying system It's not the way the international system is done.
Well, let's
Other
not dwell
world
so much
has
on that.
government. Nobody is praying for their government. They are doing their work. So you can't tell me why will government ask church to be praying for them to work or what? They should not bring that kind of thing to people's view. If you ask church to pray for you, tell your pastor, pray for me, not to come and... Why will it come to the news that the church is praying for the government to work or what?
They didn't use the word to work.
Why are they
Just
praying?
put them
What
in prayer.
is the prayer
But
for?
let's not dwell so much on that. Let's quickly go to the first paper that we have for review this morning. The first paper we have under review is the Daily Times. NEC increases electricity tariff for Band A customer subsidy regime. That's the big story in front of the Daily Times this morning. And we have the writers there. Says review to affect only 15% customer population. To save federal government 1.14 trillion naira in 2024 fiscal year, stakeholders decry electricity tariff hike. And then up there we can see court orders detention of ISIS suspected member for 60 days. New Senegalese president appoints controversial ally prime minister. I have no criminal records. Detained Meiti Allah president tells court. Make retirement easy for workers. NLC urges federal government and state. Ukwama killings. CDS Musa accuses Delta traditional rulers of complicity. And then O2 inherited empty treasury, decayed infrastructure in Cross River. This is coming from commissioner. All right, these are the stories that are trending on our the front page of Daily Times this morning. Let's look at this electricity tariff hike. I mean, that's the big story there. NEC increases electricity tariff for Band A customers, and we have two writers. They're saying that the review will affect only 15% customer population. And then who are these 15% that it will affect? And then we...
The business
community. And companies, right? Organization. Okay.
But even at that, is the same thing I'm saying. They should also ask church to pray for them, to increase their productivity. Why didn't they ask church to pray for them to increase their tariff? This is just something I don't understand in this kind of thing. In this part of the world, Egypt is now telling you they have got excessive storage of electricity. UAE has more than the one they can even use in the next 20 years. And today, you see the amount of electricity they are using in UAE, where they have up to 150-story buildings. In UAE, they have more than 1,050-story buildings. Is it not being empowered by electricity? How many are there? Here we have everything that can supply electricity. Even our dustbins can supply electricity. Our toilets can supply electricity. We have hydro, we have water. We have excessive sun that can give us electricity. And we are still managing between 5,000 kilowatts. How can, tomorrow, somebody will come and pray for us so that we have electricity? What kind of madness is that? And now they are hacking the prices, putting up their price. They are not talking about putting up much electricity. How many hours do you have electricity in your house? Sometimes you don't have the whole 24 hours, you don't have one. And somebody will come and tell you, we need prayers. Which kind of nonsense?
Can we not dwell so much on that prayer? We've talked
I
about
don't want it to be said.
We've talked about it and we've passed that one. So let's just deal
with God.
Let's just deal with the ones
we are
have
manipulating
already.
God. It's not done anywhere in the world. It's something you are supposed to do. Do it. Don't come and bring sentiment. We are asking people to pray. Why would they pray for you? To bring electricity. That God has given us wisdom to assess. He gave us the resources. Everything we have. All we need to do is to bring it to play. Now they are increasing their tariff. They have not supplied the electricity. So why are they increasing the tariff? Is it because the way things are done, if they have increased the supply, and they will say, we have increased supply, therefore we need money to maintain it. It's okay. But you have not increased it. So what have you, why do you want to increase it? when you have not increased the supply. It's just like you are saying that a driver was taking 1,000 from Oka, from Onitsha to Oka, and you were questioning it. And the driver will have justification. He can tell you he bought fuel 800 naira per liter. Therefore, he has to recoup his money. He bought spare parts to maintain his cars.
Okay, just yesterday we saw on the news talking about the new Senegalese president, 44-year-old Senegalese president who has said that he's going to uphold the unity of Africa. But now, with the story we are seeing here, that he has appointed a controversial ally as a prime minister. I mean, he also said that he was going to stay in accordance with the tenets of what is obtainable, like to make Senegalese work and be a better place. Now, with this kind of news, do you think that he's towing the right step?
It depends on what controversy is. If they have the same agenda, before he employed him to work for him, then we are working together to get the election won. You understand that? They were working together, and they have the same belief. If they don't have the same belief, he will not bring him. Yeah, remember, he said ally. That's to say they've been together before the election. They have the same ideology. Somebody else somewhere may say, I don't like this guy. But that doesn't matter if he can do what he's employed to do. If he doesn't know him and he believes in his agenda, he will not employ him. So controversy means a lot of things to a lot of people. If I don't like this man, I will tell you the way this man is sitting here, I don't like it. I don't even care what he's going to bring to table. My own is that because I don't like his face, he should go.
All right. The newspaper this morning is the Punch newspaper. The big story in front page of Punch: electricity supply. Manufacturers, labor tackle federal government over 240% tariff hike, insist on subsidy. And then we have as a big story, riders there, 240% hike affects consumers enjoying 20-hour supply. Consumer enjoying in Nigeria. Okay, band B to e-customer get subsidy. Maybe we are the people that will get subsidy. New tariff will send manufacturers out of business and worsen inflation, says Labour and OPS. Then up there, student loan. Federal government plans pilot scheme for public institutions. Steady dollar supply pushes Naira to 1,262 per dollar. Custom first quarter revenue surpasses 1 trillion naira. Rice stops 10 billion naira seizure. Delta bloodbath. Surrender like Okwama monarch. CDS tells suspected killers. US offers help as 9 die, 1,000 injured in Taiwan earthquake. Wow. Adeleke Abiodun hail Ebenezer Obey at 82nd birthday Thanksgiving. Federal government reopens Third Mainland Bridge. Latsma warns against speeding. Transcorp pre-tax profit jumps by 93%. Interesting stories we have in front page of Punch newspaper.
I'm beginning to wonder in which part of Nigeria
the people that are enjoying 20-hour power supply.
Uninterrupted.
These are the things we are saying. And they will come and tell us to pray for them. See, let me tell you something. Electricity is not rocket science. If you go out of this country and you see how electricity is being enjoyed and paid for, you'll be thinking if maybe our own part of this world is different from others. Now you are saying, how can you, we are crying for fuel subsidy that is removed without plant. People are suffering, people are crying. Dollar has jumped.
It is coming down now.
Coming to 1,200 is coming down.
Well,
okay, that is the problem now, because what we have in Nigeria is that everybody can just say, anyway, thank God, it has jumped from 1,800 to 1,200. Where was it coming from? Where were it before?
So shouldn't we be happy that things are happening in positive
Which
ways?
positive?
Because it's coming down.
It's
It means
because
that we
it's
still
see,
come down.
let me tell you, it's
Probably they have employed a kind of policy or things they have done to push in more dollar in the market. So what we are saying is, since it's now 1,000, it's still coming down. So
Madam,
let's be optimistic and not
Which
pessimistic.
optimistic? Which one?
They were variables, you understand?
Which variable?
They were
My dear,
variables
it came
that
from somewhere to that one time.
Where is that
Let
somewhere?
it go there, go back to where.
But
See,
they were variables
It cannot
that made
just jump from
They were
there to
variables that
there.
made
see,
it
I've
go up.
always said here,
Yeah.
every country has what is backing their money. Nigeria have excessive of it. Ethiopia has only coffee and their aeroplane. And their money is stable. UAE you are talking about, since I've been going to UAE in the 90s, it's still 3.6. It has not changed. What do they have? Petrol we have. They have another thing. They don't have agriculture,
They have tourism.
which tourism is man-made now. You can create tourism. That's not an issue. It's their thinking.
It's an investment.
Listen to me, it's their thinking that brought tourism. We have natural tourist sites in Nigeria. Even in Anambra here. Do you know how many tourist sites we have here? Why are we not employing it? So if you say they have tourism because they were thinking fine. How can a country, Nigeria, we say every month they will go to Abuja and share money? What rubbish is that? And that is why people are not doing this. The governors in every state has what to develop and get money from it. They are waiting for Abuja to share money. There are some country that doesn't have what Anambra has, and other states in Nigeria. And you're telling me they have tourism. Tourism is what they created for themselves.
Now you highlighted this thing, but this crumbling that you're talking about didn't just happen in one day. You understand?
So,
it didn't happen in one day.
shall we remain in sin that grace we are bound?
We are not talking about remaining in sin.
Because if we say because it has not started before, why are we not starting it now?
That is it we're talking about.
So,
he's taking it.
Madam says that we should thank God that because dollar came to 1,200.
Which is what it was.
Why should we thank God for that?
It was 1,900.
So why should we thank God for that?
Please,
Because
we
we're
are.
making progress.
No, it's not. It's not.
We are making
It
progress.
came from somewhere.
Yeah.
It came in the before 2015. It was 115 naira. 2015. This is 2024. 9 years only. And you are telling me.
And so you expect it from 1,800 to 150 naira.
It should
just,
come back to there
it's
because-
not going to be
see,
possible
let me tell
that
you,
way.
let me
It
tell you,
will
it
take
took 9
time.
years.
It took 9 years for us to
Okay,
get to
we
this
need
point.
another 9
We are not
years to
saying
go
that
back.
it.
Something like that.
Listen to me, my friend.
We are not saying that it will
We
take
are-
another
see,
9 years.
we
It could
Nigerians-
take a year
Let me
or
tell
two,
you. Okay.
but let it be going down gradually. You
Madam,
don't expect
I am
it
not following
from.
you to thank God because of 1,200.
I just said
Listen
let's
to
just
me.
be
Let me tell you, let me tell you
optimistic
something.
and not
Let me tell you
pessimistic
something.
and always
Nigeria
counter
has-
what is going on.
Nigeria has
Something good is
everything.
going on. Something good is
Okay,
going on.
thank God
Let's
for
just
something good. But let
support
the
those
good
people that
go
are
more.
doing it.
Let-
Yes, that's what we're. But with
But
how
then-
you are
But
projecting,
let me tell you something.
they are not going to do more.
Let me tell you
Let's
something.
quickly go to the
Because
next
they
paper.
pumped money. Listen to me. Because they pumped money into the system to make the dollar come down, it's not a solution. In case you don't know, when that money that is being pumped finish, it will now go to 5,000.
No.
There should be a system. You can't just say because they pumped money. If you pumped money into a system, it will work. But how long is it going to sustain? So you don't come back and tell me if they pumped money, therefore dollar came to 1,200 and you are happy. Why don't you think how is it going to work that it should be systematic? Pumping money is not a solution. It's just like you came up and say you remove subsidy. There's no plans. And today people are suffering. Tomorrow now if fuel come back to maybe 500, every people will be clapping, thank God it came to 500. Why will you have to go from 1,165 naira to this way it is now? And if you go back to 500, you say, hey, thank God.
You know, I wonder. I sometimes I wonder if you are from this part of the world,
I
because
am
we
not-
we are in a country where we always even praise people that pay salaries. They do all those
Because-
things
because
we
it's
know that
nonsense.
they don't do it in Africa. We know that there are people that stay for a very long time. 1 year salary will not be paid, and then if you see anyone that pay it, you will applaud the person to do more. That is what we are now saying. That we are in a country where things are not working the way. We are in a
same-
continent
the same
where things are
person-
not working the way they are supposed
the
to
same
work.
government-
And then if it works, we applaud them so that it will keep going on. We don't just condemn them all the time. Sometimes
My
you
dear-
applaud
my
them
dear
for what
madam,
they do.
my
That's
dear
what I'm
madam,
just
listen-
saying.
Listen to me. If a governor did not pay salary,
I just gave that example. I just gave that example. We still have other papers, please.
The next paper for review this morning. Thank you. The next paper for review this morning is Vanguard, and we're still talking about the electricity tariff and concerns as tariff hike hits consumers. It's a recipe for unrest. TUC poverty rate will worsen. That's coming from economists. It will not address fundamental energy issues. That's coming from Muda Yusuf. Why residents of Okuma community can't access their homes. That's coming from the CDS. And we also have up there Dangote refinery to supply petrol next month. And don't take my simplicity for weakness, Fubura tells Wike and others. Nigerian student enrollment in UK university dwindled. And Olubadan in council meets tomorrow over nomination of new monarch. Ondo Guba, APC opt for direct primary, rakes in 720 million. And what else again do we have here? NFF mobilizes support for Falcons against Bayana. Forex volatility forces 28 changes in custom duty rates. And that's all that we have. Terrorism. Court gives DSS a nod to detain alleged ISIS member for 60 days. Quickly, because of want of time, let's see what we have on Daily Independence. Outrage greets FG's more than 300% electricity tariff hike. Nigerian breweries to raise 600 billion by rights issue. CSOs backed Serap asks governors to account for 5.9 trillion and 4.6 billion loans. Transcorp Group reports growth in revenue in in FY 2023, profits up to 93.6%. Okuma killings, sponsor of oil theft behind soldiers massacre. That's coming from Army Chief. Tinubu signs amended student loan 2024 bill into law amongst former Labour leader Ali Chiroma. And Lagos police bust kidnappers den, rescue 2 victims. Impeachment panel overrules Shaibu adjourned sitting to today. Old Mutual Nigeria sells 100% of insurance business to Empel Group. That's all and more that we have on the papers, Vanguard and Daily Independent. Well, there's something really interesting here. Let me touch on this issue of Okuma killings, where the army chief is saying that the sponsors of oil theft in Nigeria are responsible for the killings of the soldiers. Could that be after investigation? Because prior to now, we've heard several information, people saying that it was as a result of protecting the indigenes of that particular community as against what soldiers were doing. So many conflicting stories, but coming to hear this from the army chief, I'm beginning to see that they are beginning to tie down the loose ends of their investigation. What's your take on that?
So please, who are those sponsors of oil theft? Do you know them? You?
Well, I don't have any idea.
Madam, what about you? You don't know them. So those people that knew them and they knew they are sponsoring should go after them now. Why are they telling us? These security matters.
Yeah.
They should not tell us. They should go after the person. Look at how many people that have been killed. Villagers are left their homes to hide in somewhere for since how many months now?
It is casualty on both. It's casualty on both sides.
Listen to me.
Because the Nigerian army that was trained with
Nigerian,
taxpayers' money
Nigerian
were
army,
killed also.
The Nigerian army that had been killed, maybe 1, 2, 3 army. 17 army were killed. Yeah. How many villagers were killed?
I'm not justifying.
No. I want to understand. Yeah. Why would they now start killing the Nigerian army? Do you know how much Nigeria has spent in training the soldiers? That are just wasted for nothing. And the villagers are wasted. Why they know the sponsors? Why not go after the man?
That is after the investigation.
Then they should not tell us. Because when they killed the soldiers, we are not told. When the villagers were killed, we are not told. So why are they now telling us about the sponsor? So this one person, this one sponsor is more than the 17 soldiers and more than the villagers. See, when we are looking at things, we see things as if this these things are done outside this world. The system of this world, Nigeria is not out of this world. The other countries are doing things well. If you kill one American soldier, they will wipe out everything you have. If you kill one, you see what Israel is doing to Gaza. Because of what the Palestinians, Hamas did.
That was declaration of war.
Listen to me.
When you enter someone's territory,
listen to me.
Kill people.
Our territory.
Unannounced.
Those sponsors have entered our territory, and they've killed our 17 soldiers. They killed our villagers, isn't it?
Yeah.
So which other territory you want them to enter before you take action?
But then you can't lay a finger on who. But in the case of
okay, so if now you are sitting down here, if I come to sponsor you to buy phone, you don't know who sponsored you.
If you sponsor me to buy what?
Phone.
That is an individual transaction.
That individual transaction is not individualistic because one, the person that sold the phone to you knows that somebody bought it for you. So how is it concerning you, only you and the buyer and the sponsor?
How do you relate this to what happened?
So why did they know the person? How did they know that somebody is sponsoring them?
Because they have already rounded up some people and an investigation.
Then those people, listen to me. If I catch you now that you did something and I ask you a question, you say it's mother and that sponsor. I should go after the mother, not telling you.
So are you saying that we can't, even people that are under investigation, cannot even tell lies at that point of investigation, whereby saying that you co-opted me into doing this, and whereas after investigation they find out that you're innocent.
Then they should take me and ask me why. Why would this person call my name, not every other person? You know fight well that somebody was sponsoring them because they couldn't do what they did without somebody sponsoring them. It's just like somebody bought gun for this man to go and steal. You can't just mind, you are not looking for who bought the gun for him.
And the man can make call some other person and say that person, other than the person that actually bought the gun, implicating an innocent person.
Yes.
So until investigations are thorough and true, then we can actually know.
Okay, please, they should go after them. They should go investigate.
The army is doing.
They should not tell us because this is a security matter.
You're rather saying that after the investigation, they should now come us and tell us.
They should not tell us. Let them catch the person. Then tell us this is the person.
All right, let's go over to the next papers. Let's take the Nation newspaper. That's next. Consumers play electricity tariff hike without improved supply. That's the banner headline in almost all the papers we've seen this morning. And then 400,000 liter diesel bunker found in Lagos home.
In Lagos home?
Yes.
Okay.
Aida Tiwa Jimo Akin Heringwa Oke to face direct primary. Shaibu's counsel walks out on impeachment panel. CDS monarchs can't exonerate themselves from killing of army, like 17 of them. Edun, federal government plans to raise bond in Forex. No student will drop out again, says Tinubu from school.
Good. Customs
raked in 1.3 trillion naira in the first quarter, says CG Fire at LP chair. Okay, I really don't understand this one. Let's go to the other one. O2 inherited empty treasury from Aida, says commissioner. Let's see what we have at the front page of the Guardian. 2 million households to pay 225 naira per kilowatt as prepaid meter may hit 300,000 naira. NCS records 1.3 trillion naira revenue in first quarter of 2024, detains 22 suspects in 4 months. Man nabbed over alleged abduction of housewife for sexual pleasure in Osun. Transparency eligibility concerns unsettled new attempt at student loan scheme. Tinubu Zulum Budni mounts NLC as chairman Chiroma. Federal government decries rising abscondment by varsity teachers. Abure reportedly escapes assassination, home gutted. 5 years after USSD death conflict still unresolved. African Games, how Ghana 2024 exposed Nigeria's weak on doubly in sports development. Okay.
Underbelly.
Okay, weak underbelly in sports development. All right, these are what we have in the both papers this morning, the Nation and the Guardian newspaper. Let's talk about the student loans.
Very good.
I know you want to talk about that one, so
Yes,
let's
yes.
quickly see that. You know, it has been going on for a very long time,
That
and
is
now the president is saying that no student will drop out again, probably as a result of paucity of funds and all that. So, what's your take on that?
Every nation that wants to grow must invest big in education, because that is where the people come from. This is one policy that this government has embarked that I'm very happy with. Because if a people knowledge, Bible says acquire knowledge, go and get knowledge. They say my people perish for lack of knowledge. So if there is no knowledge, people begin to die. Once you don't have information, you're in dark. So now the government, the problem is, are they going to implement it as it is?
That's another thing.
Or are they going to politicize it? If a governor's child got that loan, and a farmer's child could not access the loan, what's the sense? The government brought out a very good something. The policy is very fine. But what about the implementation?
That is where Nigerians really worry. That is
Yeah, because we can see that in the front page of Guardian, where we are talking about transparency and eligibility as, concerns that unsettle this new attempt of student loans.
Because that's the problem. It's a very fantastic program. But how are we going to manage it? Because one, they will start with their IM, put the name of this is the director's son, put him. PAMSEC's son, put him. Minister's son, put him. Commissioner's son, put. Governor's son, put. So.
But in the true essence of it, I don't think most of all these people that you're mentioning
they're not even studying in Nigeria.
Are you sure?
Most of them.
But then again, if you are being brought to and asked on how this will work, what would be your suggestion?
Remember, there is also international loan attached to it.
Yes.
So, can a poor man's son access that international loan?
Now the question is, how do you think that they should go about it so that it will work and we see transparency?
Our conscience can help us.
Who do you think that they are supposed to work with? I mean, the university communities they're supposed to work with to know the people that are eligible and actually in need of this fund.
No, everybody's in need of it. There's no person that is not in need of it. All Nigerian citizens are in need of it. But the issue is this: should you give a governor's son that loan to go abroad, and when a poor man's son comes, you are thinking of how is he going to pay? What is backing him? That is the problem. See, let me tell you, every Nigerian child needs that loan. Even a governor's son, even Tinubu's son, or his grandchildren, because I know his children has finished school, his grandchildren need it, because they are Nigerians. My question is this: don't give to this person, and because this person has no guarantor, you will not give him. That's my problem. If they will give everybody, I don't have issue. We're all Nigerians.
But they call it loan now. It is not grant now. So you need somebody to in order to pay back.
You think loan is easy?
So that
okay, ask Madam now to give you 1,000 naira. If she will not give you 10 reasons why she cannot give you. Answer. If you think loan is easy. Loan is not very easy. I'm telling you. If you think loan is easy, call me now and say, bros, please, I need 10,000 naira. I will give you 1,000 reasons why I even need from you. So if you think that because it's loan, it's easy, it's not. Go to your bank. That if every 1 naira you got.
No, we are not saying that it's easy. We are talking about, you mentioned guarantor. And this is a loan. They are expected to pay back.
Nigeria should guarantee every Nigerian child.
Okay, Nigeria should guarantee.
So
we don't need a guarantor.
Then it doesn't go back to the next generation.
No, it will. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
That's why I said we talk to our conscience. Before, Nigerians were ascending education free. It was free education before. Then it was partial education, free education. Then at the time, it became total payment. Now, let me tell you something. If we talk to our conscience, the governor should know that his children doesn't need that loan because he can sponsor them. You understand? Me, I can also believe that maybe partially I can sponsor my children. You understand? Other people that has money knew that they don't need the loan because they can sponsor their children. So why do we now have to go and jump into it? Well, we know that there are a lot of people who cannot even pay for their food, but their children are brilliant.
That's where eligibility comes in, because I asked you, say everybody needs the loan.
Everybody,
but we know.
See, let me tell you why I said everybody. Everybody, because we are Nigerians. You understand? Now, when it's okay, let me ask you now. If they bring food here and you have eaten, the food belongs to you also. Would you, because it belongs to you, not go overfeed yourself? You would tell, no, bros, I don't eat too. I know it's our food. I don't eat. I don't go eat. Abi? So we knew that the loan is for Nigerians and every Nigerian, whether you are rich or poor. But at the same time, it's not every food you eat. There's some food you even want to eat. It becomes a disgrace to you, an insult to you.
All right, because of want on time, let's see the last papers that we have this morning.
The last papers for review is the Tribune and the Daily Trust. Let us start with the Daily Trust. NLC CSO reject electricity tariff hike. Expect power theft as NEC chair says. Hike in gas price, Naira crisis behind decision. That's coming from regulator. 4 killed in Taraba, Nasarawa, as windstorm destroys many homes. And customs worried as CBN hikes duty rate 28 times in 3 months. Tinubu signed student loan amendment bill. We just talked about that. Banditry, 28,893, 375 people displaced in Kaduna. That's official. Because rescue operations ongoing as 9 killed, 800 injured in Taiwan. Octogenarian killed, wife killed in Abuja apartments. OPEC retains production quota as crude oil prices are near $90 per barrel. That's all we have for you on the Daily Trust. Quickly, let's see what we have for you on the Tribune. The banner headline, Atiku Wike set to rekindle rivalry at PDP NEC meeting. Ex-VP arrives for crunch meeting. APC leadership does not favor North Central. That's coming from Lukman. 1 dead, 600 displaced in Osun raid storm. Transcorp Group increases revenue by 47.3%. Reps to quiz AGF over 78.761 billion naira excess salary wages paid to 106 MDAs. And if my actions will be taken as weakness, I will surprise them. Fubra says we must act. That's the much we can take on the papers this morning. Quickly, let us just still talk a little bit about this figure that is we're talking about in Kaduna. 289,375 persons displaced in Kaduna. That is really, really shocking. We are talking about Nigerian citizens here, and then being chased away from home or out of fear of going back to your place because of attack. Sincerely speaking, I really don't know what the state government and the federal government are really doing about this insurgency in Kaduna State, especially. It is becoming so worrisome. Not too long ago, we had the military firing at armless citizens, and now we've had series of attacks in Kaduna State. What do you think the federal government needs to do in order to arrest this thing once and for all?
We are talking about sponsors, and the sponsors are known. They are not spirit. If where fire comes out from is not quenched, if you are pouring water at the surface, you have not stopped it. The sponsor should be taken. When the sponsors are known and taken, these things will stop.
All right, on that note, we want to say a very big thank you to you for joining us on the show this morning. God's own Onyeka Obieze, thank you for being our guest on Press Review this morning.
Thank you very much, and God bless you.
All right, that's it on the press review. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll see you at the other side. Stay with us.